Ever wonder which reselling YouTubers other resellers actually watch? And more importantly, why? With thousands of reselling channels out there, it can be tough to know who's really worth your time. That's why today, I'm sharing 3 YouTube resellers that I personally watch and exactly what makes their content worth tuning in for. But before I get into names, I want to explain the 3 criteria I use to decide who makes the cut. Because if I'm going to recommend someone, I want to be crystal clear on why they stand out. I don't put my stamp on just anyone. Truth is, I'm very particular about who I watch because most videos annoy the hell out of me. I've got a low tolerance for liars, beta males, people that have weird affectations, uptalk or excessive vocal fry, and so many other factors. I know that makes me sound like a douche, but I like what I like and that's that. I want creators who respect your time and actually bring something real to the table. So if I'm mentioning these names, it's because they've earned it, not because of hype, not because of subs, or not because of sponsorships. If you've had a hard time finding quality reselling channels, besides mine obviously, and you're tired of wasting time on content that doesn't deliver, stick around. I've got 3 solutions that'll point you in the right direction. And why? Because Resolutions gives you real solutions. First, let's talk criteria, which I have hilariously labeled, if it don't hit, it don't fit. Here's what I look for when I decide to watch a reselling channel, and it's the same standard I hold Resolutions to as well. I will show you 3 channels first, and then use that same yardstick of excellence on my own at the very end. You guys can always talk shit in the comments if you think I'm crazy, deluded, or full of myself. If it don't hit, it don't fit. Criteria number 1, content value. Let's start with the obvious. Are they actually teaching something useful? I'm not looking for flashy thumbnails or just entertainment. I'm looking for resellers who provide real, practical, and applicable knowledge. Stuff that I can either use right away or adapt into my own strategies. Whether it's about sourcing, listing, shipping, or mindset, there has to be substance. Value is king. If I finish a video and I feel like I learned nothing, that's a red flag. I don't need motivation without direction. I need strategy, insight, and execution. The best creators break things down clearly and leave you with something you can act on today. If it don't hit, it don't fit. Criteria number 2, production quality. Now, this doesn't mean they need to be shooting in 4K with studio lights and drones, but I do want clear audio, decent visuals, and some effort in the editing. Good production keeps me focused and shows me they respect their audience's time as well as their work. If a channel is hard to watch or listen to, it doesn't matter how great the advice is. Most people just won't stick around. Sloppy sound, constant background noise, or shaky camera work is a fast way to lose viewers. You don't need a Hollywood budget, but you do need to care. A little polish goes a very long way, especially when you're asking people to give you, on average, 15 minutes of their attention. If it don't hit, it don't fit. Criteria number 3, delivery style. Lastly, and this is a big one, how do they deliver their message? Are they authentic? Are they relatable? Do they sound like a douche or a Karen? Do they explain things in a way that actually makes sense and keeps me engaged? I want someone who feels like they're talking to me, not just reading at a camera. The best reselling channels have a personality that shines through while staying focused on delivering value. If their tone feels forced, condescending, or just fucking boring, I'm out. If they end their sentences with uptalk, like, I bought this at the Goodwill, I ship my packages out on Mondays, I am an eBay seller. When their statements sound like questions, fuck that, I'm out. I want someone who respects the audience enough to be real, clear, and confident. The way a message is delivered can be the difference between something you forget and something that sticks with you. So now that you know the why, let's get into the who. And real quick, all these channels will be linked below for easy access. Let them know that Damien sent you from Resolutions because it's always a good thing to make friends in this business. First up, we have Justin Resales. Justin is someone who's built a solid channel by focusing on practical advice for mostly small or part-time resellers. Although that's not to say that his content can't be extrapolated and used by large resellers too. It really can, but if you're trying to balance reselling with a full-time job, family, or other commitments, his tips are very helpful. What I enjoy about Justin's content is how doable it feels. He doesn't complicate things. He shows you exactly how to get results using simple and effective strategies. Whether he's walking you through sourcing process, shipping methods, or listing tips, it's all applicable to the real world. In terms of production, Justin keeps things tight. Clean visuals, sharp audio, no background noise or shaky footage to distract you. His videos are polished without being overproduced, and then makes them easy to follow and watch from start to finish. He also has extra entertainment segments that you don't see anywhere else. For the most part, most reseller YouTubers just want to be a talking head all the way through without any added effort. Well, Justin is not that guy. He gives his videos that extra oomph that is much appreciated. For example, this one you see on screen. Valuable content that every salesperson should be aware of. Great visuals, and always my favorite, great audio. Coming from someone that went to college for communications, ran the TV station and radio station while there, trust me, he's good at what he does. And his delivery, well-mannered, soft-spoken, which as you know is not my cup of tea, but I can appreciate his style. It suits him. He's straightforward and relatable. He talks to you like a peer, not a guru. There's no hype, no extra bullshit to sit through. Just real talk that's easy to absorb and apply. That's why I keep going back to his channel. It's dependable, it's clear, and it delivers every single time. And as a bonus that the other channels don't have, Justin has a back-end tracking system for your sales. Flipwise.com. It's going to be linked below. It's easy to use, and I actually beta tested myself before he launched. I personally have no need for it because I have an accountant, but it does work well and it might be right for you. I'm going to link that below again so you can see it for yourself. Next up is someone who's been in the game and brings depth to the table. Rachel Strickland. Rachel's content speaks directly to the experienced seller from the perspective of a stay-at-home mom, according to her YouTube channel description. Things have changed, I'm sure, for her since then, but that's where the story begins. She's one of the ones who wants to dig deeper into eBay's nuances and grow more strategically. She doesn't just talk about what worked, she explains why it worked and what to do when things change. She's also not just about eBay. She's a handy repairwoman from the look of it. She has a ton of how-to videos showing you how to do repairs, replacements, etc. In fact, I recommend you watch the video on screen. It's only 30 minutes long and the end result is very cool and worth your time. I respect people who don't just want to have someone else do everything for them. Those who have actual skills that require manual labor. She's big on sharing real-life experiences, the wins and the fails, and that honesty is what keeps her content authentic and valuable. Her channel isn't built on trends, it's built on insight, and that makes it timeless. As far as production goes, Rachel is pretty good at that. Good lighting, decent sound, consistent backgrounds, and thoughtful edits make her videos feel professional without losing that personal vibe. She clearly takes the time to make sure that what she puts out is worth watching. Her delivery is where she really shines. She's engaging, personable, and often funny. In all honesty, I have found this to be very rare on YouTube with all of the dry-ass channels out there. Most importantly, she speaks like an adult, real-world woman, not trying to imitate or portray herself as someone else. Her voice is enjoyable, which is huge for me, and she has good pace. Even when she's diving into heavy topics like slow sales or algorithm shifts, she presents it in a way that feels encouraging. She's got presence, and with no disrespect to my girl, she's easy on the eyes. And that matters when you're talking to an audience that's hungry for real information, but likes to be entertained, as we all do. Third on my list comes from the land down under, the Aussie Flipper. This guy's channel is packed with actionable advice, especially if you're looking to start or grow your eBay business with intention. He doesn't just give you ideas, he gives you blueprints. How to source better, how to optimize listings, how to stay consistent, and how his store has evolved to make the same amount of money or more with less listings. He has a way of simplifying the business side of reselling so that it doesn't feel overwhelming. And if you're in that early stage where every small win counts, his channel is going to be right for you. The production quality, spot on. Clear shots, smooth transitions, great pacing. It all contributes to a viewing experience that's smooth and informative without being boring or over-polished. He's also not just a talking head. He's got videos shopping, shipping, sitting, moving, etc. He offers many different views which keep the content interesting and fresh to look at. His delivery style is super approachable. Plus, I've always enjoyed the Australian accent. On women mostly, but you know. He explains things clearly and with calm confidence that makes you feel like, yeah, I could do this. His overall vibe and demeanor says trustworthy. Doesn't seem sus in videos as so many other channels do. In fact, check out this video on screen. Great way to learn on thrifting with a comprehensive guide. Good info delivered in such a way that it lets you know that you can trust him. Whether you're 5 flips in or 5,000, you'll walk away from his videos feeling ready to take action. Like I said before, all these channels will be linked below for easy access. Let them know that Damien sent you over from Resolutions because it's always a good thing to make friends in this business. Now, as promised, I can't recommend channels without also holding my own accountable. So let's talk about where Resolutions fits into this mix. Let's begin with content value. I'm here to provide real solutions to real people who want to make real money. The motivation when sales are slow, the strategy when you're scaling, the how-tos of the everyday grind that most people don't show, and of course I try to keep every video packed with value, not just bullshit. When it comes to production quality, I take pride in keeping things clean and professional. I want every video to look and sound good so you can focus on the content, not fight through distractions. I know some of you don't like the music in the background at times, but that one is just for me because I enjoy it. It also helps bring some fun into your life, even if you don't know it. Cumbias norteñas rock. As far as delivery style goes, I keep it honest, direct, and to the point. If you have been watching me for some time, you know that's how I roll. No bullshit, no fake energy, just solid, practical advice from someone who's in the trenches along with you. I am also aware that I can rub people the wrong way sometimes with how direct I am, but my dad always taught me to be a man and be real. Say what you mean and mean what you say. I may not have 50,000 subs like the other channels. I may not have the same tenure. I may be way more direct than them too, but what I just explained about my channel is why I'm proud to say that Resolutions belongs in the same conversation as the channels I've just mentioned. Not because we're competing, but because we're all bringing something valuable to this community. And you know what? Now it's your turn. Who do you watch? Drop your favorite reselling channels in the comments below. I'm always looking for new creators to check out, and I know that a lot of other people in this community are too. And heads up, I'm planning to test out a few of the strategies I've seen from these creators in future videos. So definitely make sure that you're subscribed and hit that bell if you want to see it played out in real time. And that's it, everybody. I love those 3 channels. I hope that you go and support them because they're doing the right thing by you. To continue supporting the channel, you can always send your thanks with the thanks button down below. You can buy a Reselloupe to add value to the photos you're already taking. Better photos means better sales, plain and simple. And you can become a member of the Resolutions Posse for less than gas station coffee and get access to What the FAQ Thursdays, where we always talk about very interesting subjects every single week. As always, give this video a like, share this with anyone that needs to see it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already so you don't miss awesome videos like this. See you in the next one. Peace and cheers, everybody. Woo! By the way, I don't know these people. They're not my friends. I've had one conversation with one of them, which is Justin, through the beta test when he was doing for Flipwise. And the only thing that I know about him is that he used to live around the San Antonio area, so we had that in common. But they look like decent people. A lot of the times you can tell those vibes. I have been fortunate over the years to meet good and also bad people. So now I'm able to distinguish easier who is sus and who is not. And from what I can see from here, from what I can see with the content that they put out, they seem like decent individuals that you guys should go check out. I've also looked at the content, and their content actually works. So there you go. Jesus Christ, Jesucristo Santo, as my mother would say. By the way, I have a dog down here. This is where he settled, and he's blind, so he's got to stay. So tough to shoot sometimes. I look like I'm straddling a horse.